Far from Earth, deep in the icy darkness of space, a mysterious moon hides a secret ocean. Not a few frozen puddles or cracks of ice, but an entire world of water, stretching for miles beneath its frozen shell. This is Jupiter's moon, Europa, and scientists think that under its icy surface could be one of the best places in the universe to find alien life. So, what's really hiding down there? Journey to Europa. Far away from Earth, hidden within the swirling clouds of Jupiter's orbit, floats a tiny icy moon called Europa. It doesn't look like much at first glance, just a pale sphere covered in streaks of blue and white ice. But beneath that frozen crust lies one of the most mysterious places in our solar system. Scientists believe Europa might hold twice as much water as all the oceans on Earth combined. Think about that. A world smaller than our own moon, holding endless dark seas under its surface. Europa was first studied closely by NASA's Galileo spacecraft in the 1990s. When it passed by, it found strange brown lines and cracks stretching across the moon's surface, as if something underneath was pushing upward. Then, plumes of vapor were seen shooting into space, like geysers breaking through the ice. That was the first big clue that something was happening below. But how could an ocean exist this far from the sun, where temperatures can drop below minus 160 degrees Celsius? Where does all that liquid water come from? The answer isn't simple, and it leads us straight to one of the most mind-bending secrets hidden beneath Europa's frozen skin: the ice shell mystery. Europa's surface looks calm and frozen, but it's actually alive with movement. The outer shell of the moon is made of solid ice, possibly 15 to 25 kilometers thick. When you see those deep cracks and long blue streaks, they're not just scars. They're proof that the ice is stretching, breaking, and shifting all the time. Why does it move so much? It's all because of Jupiter. The gas giant's massive gravity pulls and twists Europa as it orbits around it. This constant tugging creates friction inside the moon, which produces heat. That same heat keeps the ice from freezing solid all the way through. Deep below, the pressure and warmth melt the lower layers into liquid water. If you could stand on Europa, you might hear the distant creaks and groans of its ice crust bending under Jupiter's pull. You'd feel the ground slightly tremble beneath your boots as the frozen surface shifts. It's a world frozen on top but alive underneath. And that's what makes it so fascinating. Beneath this thick, cracking shell, scientists believe there's an ocean unlike any other. A secret ocean hidden in total darkness, where the story of life beyond Earth might already be unfolding. The ocean beneath. Now we reach the heart of Europa's mystery. Beneath that thick shell of ice lies a vast, endless ocean. Scientists estimate it could be more than 100 kilometers deep, deeper than any trench on Earth. If all that ice were melted and poured onto our planet, it would drown every continent under miles of water. Imagine a whole world made of liquid, sealed under ice, untouched for billions of years. But how do we know it's really there? Clues came from spacecraft like Galileo and the Hubble Space Telescope. They detected something strange: a magnetic field that changes as Europa moves through Jupiter's powerful magnetosphere. That pattern only makes sense if a salty, conductive ocean lies beneath the surface. Even more convincing, scientists observed plumes of water vapor bursting out of cracks near Europa's south pole. Those geysers suggest the ocean isn't completely trapped. It's active, pushing its way out into space. The heat keeping that ocean alive comes from tidal forces: Jupiter's massive gravity stretching and squeezing Europa like a stress ball. The constant movement creates friction, which turns into heat, keeping the inner ocean from freezing. So, we know Europa has water. But where there's water, energy, and chemistry, there might be something else. Something alive. Could there be creatures living in that dark alien sea right now, swimming under a roof of ice? Could there be life? If life can survive in Earth's darkest oceans, could it also survive beneath Europa's ice? That's the question driving some of the most exciting space missions of our time. On Earth, we've found living organisms thriving near hydrothermal vents deep in the ocean, where sunlight never reaches. These creatures use chemical energy, heat and minerals from the vents to survive. And Europa might have the same thing happening below its frozen crust. Scientists believe the seafloor of Europa's ocean could be covered with volcanic vents that release minerals, heat, and energy. These conditions are perfect for supporting microscopic life. Not fish or dolphins, at least not yet, but tiny, single-celled organisms similar to the first life forms on Earth. If those microbes exist, they could glow faintly in the black water, feeding on minerals instead of sunlight. To find out, NASA is sending a mission called Europa Clipper, set to launch soon. It will fly past the moon dozens of times, mapping its surface and scanning for signs of life in the plumes of water vapor. If it finds traces of organic molecules or heat patterns under the ice, that could be the biggest discovery in human history. Proof that life doesn't just exist on Earth, but throughout the cosmos. But even if we don't find life, Europa still has secrets that challenge everything we know about how worlds evolve and survive. Exploring the unknown. Exploring Europa won't be easy. It's more than 600 million kilometers away from Earth, orbiting inside Jupiter's intense radiation field. Any spacecraft that gets too close risks being fried by invisible energy waves. To survive there, NASA's Europa Clipper will use a thick protective shield and make fast flybys, collecting as much data as possible each time. Future missions may go even further. Some scientists dream of sending a robotic lander equipped with a heated drill, capable of melting through kilometers of ice to reach the ocean below. Imagine a tiny submarine swimming through alien waters for the first time, with cameras capturing what no one has ever seen before. Dark waves crashing against the icy ceiling, strange mineral towers rising from the ocean floor, and maybe, just maybe, a hint of something moving in the distance. But before we can dive that deep, we need to understand the surface. The cracks, the ice ridges, the geysers, all hold clues to what's happening below. Every groove on Europa's crust might be a fingerprint of its hidden ocean, shifting and breathing under pressure. It's like trying to read a diary written in ice, one that tells the story of an ocean world that's been hiding in plain sight. And the more we learn about it, the clearer it becomes. Europa isn't just a moon. It's a living system, constantly reshaped by forces we're only beginning to understand. Why it matters. You might wonder, why are scientists so obsessed with Europa? After all, it's just one moon among hundreds. But here's why it matters. Europa could change everything we know about life in the universe. For centuries, humans believed Earth was the only place that could support life. Then, we discovered planets around other stars, and now, moons like Europa challenge that belief even further. If life can exist in a dark, frozen ocean beneath a sheet of ice, it means life could appear almost anywhere, even in the harshest, most unlikely environment. Studying Europa also helps us understand our own planet. By exploring how its ocean stays liquid without sunlight, scientists can learn more about how Earth's deep oceans work, and even how life might survive after extreme events like ice ages or asteroid impact. Europa is like a time capsule. It could hold clues about how life began billions of years ago. And beyond science, it sparks something deeply human: curiosity. The idea that under all that ice there could be living creatures waiting to be discovered makes us feel small, but also connected to something greater. If Europa's ocean hides even the tiniest trace of life, it would prove that we're not alone. That life isn't rare. It's a natural part of the universe, just waiting to be found. The future of discovery. The next few decades could change space exploration forever. NASA's Europa Clipper is just the beginning. The European Space Agency's JUICE mission is also heading toward Jupiter, studying not just Europa, but its neighboring moons, Ganymede and Callisto. Together, these missions will give us the clearest picture yet of what lies beneath that mysterious ice. If the results are promising, the next step might be the most ambitious project humanity has ever attempted: a mission to drill into Europa's crust and explore its hidden ocean directly. A robotic submarine powered by nuclear energy could swim through alien waters and send back the first ever footage of another world's ocean. Imagine seeing glowing microbes floating through dark blue waves, or strange icy formations that defy logic. That single moment could redefine what it means to be alive in the universe. But until then, Europa remains a frozen mystery. Every photo, every radar scan, and every data signal brings us closer to understanding this strange moon that might hold more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. So the next time you look up at Jupiter through a telescope or see it shining bright in the night sky, remember, one of its tiny moons could be the key to answering the biggest question of all: are we alone? If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next great mystery from our universe.